Good morning, everybody. Pastor Stitch, Narrow Path Christian Church, BC, Bay City, Michigan. Welcome to the Biker Devotional. Proverbs chapter 10, verse 23 and 24. As shameful conduct is pleasing for a fool, so wisdom is for a man of understanding. What the wicked dreads will come to him, but what the righteous desire will be given to them. We live our lives in places where we often forget that how we conduct ourselves really does determine our outcome. I see this all the time in the recovery community. People will walk up to somebody that's got a period of sobriety and they'll say, I want what you have. You've got a sense of peace and you don't look like you're struggling, and I want what you have. And the person says, well, then you need to do what I did. And this person says, great, I'll be here next week. And they never really pay attention to what was done, what was needed to get there. You know, the people that have sobriety, the people that you look to and say, I want what they have, the first thing you have to recognize is they went through the stuff that you're going through. It may not look exactly the same, but they've done it. They can look at you and say, I know what your next move is because I've been you. But you don't know what my next move is because you've never been me. Right? And oftentimes in those situations when you're saying, I want what they've got, and they say, follow me, you say, no, you don't understand. I just want what you've got. Give it to me. And that's what you're really saying. What the wicked dreads will come to him, but what the righteous desire will be given to them. When you go to somebody and you say, I want what you've got, I see that you've got something I truly desire. What you need to be thinking in your head when you're saying that is, I want you to teach me how to live that way, not give it to me. We live in a society and have for thousands of years. This isn't a new problem, by the way. It's not an American problem, where if somebody's got something, they owe it to us. And that's not really true. If somebody's got something, it's because more often than not, they worked for it. And if they didn't work for it, somebody else did. But the reality is, if they didn't work for it, it's not theirs to give in the first place. Right? So when you see somebody that has something that you want, the first thing you have to determine is, did they work for it? And if they worked for it, then they can teach you how to work for it. But if it was given to them, then you might want to find out who gave it to them so that you can go to the person and ask them to teach it. The problem is, if somebody gave it away, that person really isn't capable of teaching either. They have another struggle they're working on overcoming. So today, what I'm saying is, if you want something, you're going to have to work for it. Just a few verses before that, in verse 22 of Proverbs 10, it says, the Lord's blessing enriches, and struggles add nothing to it. It might be better translated this way. The Lord's blessing will pour out into your life, and God will not add any trouble to that blessing. You need to be willing to do the work. You cry out to God. I love y'all. I hope you have a great day. God bless.